What's going on? This is My Life in the Shot. I'm your host, Donald Washington. I want to bring you guys to this horrific mother, or so-called mother. She's going to be on a full live. She went live publicly saying F them ugly ass kids of hers. And she's glad that CPS took her kids away from her. 7 of them. This woman had 7 kids. 7 of them. Count them. Not 1, not 2, but 7. 7 kids. Now, what? Can't go live over there. This is bull. This is bull. This is bull. Me tell me I can't go live. Anyway, this woman is going to say F her kids. I talk about this and I'm going to make a lot of enemies today. Well, I make a lot of enemies every day. But we talk about issues in the black community. Constantly. Constantly we talk about issues in the black community. But we are afraid to keep it, tell the truth. We had 4 children die this weekend in Chicago alone. Now this is violence plagued all over the country. I want to show you how it starts. Instead of us being proactive, we're reactionary. Reactionary means after the tragedy happens, then we want to come running, opposed to stopping the tragedy before it happens. What do I mean by that? Where do these kids come from? A lot of activists want to come when the children are 15 and say, oh, okay, kid, you've been traumatized. You grew up in poverty. You already a killer. Let's try to save you at 15. Let's see if we can save you. Instead of stopping it before it happens. This is what I'm talking about here. I'm going to keep it a buck because I'm tired of watching. In fact, I'm going to bring up my timeline. I'm going to bring up my timeline on Facebook. And I'm going to show y'all what I'm tired of seeing. Every other status. What happens in Chicago? Why do so many people kill each other? Why? What can we do different? Here's what we're paying for. Here's what we pay for. Taxpayer dollars pays for this. And it's purposely put. Very strategic plan. It's chess, not checkers. They got 500 years to plot your demise. And here's how.
Fuck out of here. But yes, like I said, they came and got them bitches. Ah! Shay, they gone. Them bitches gone. Them bitches is gone. All 7 of them. It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. Hey, it's a party. It's a party. It's a party. Hey. Okay, y'all, for real, I'm finna get the grades. They took my kids. Girl, yes, them kids was bad as fuck anyway. Fuck them kids. Veronica, for real. Fuck them kids, girl. Fuck them kids. I keep letting my shit go out. What's up, cuz? They came and got them kids. What's up, cuz? Delilah. What's up, Key? Cuz? Dog. Francois. I don't even know if I be saying that right. But I'm fucking crying too because they came and got them motherfuckers. It's the happiest day. About ass and pussy, my type of lie. They came and got them motherfuckers. They came and got them. Do you hear me? You hear me, Willie? Motherfuckers believe anything. But they came and got them, though. They came and got them. Happiest day of my life.
Damn, bro, I'm in the house. I'm in the right house.
I'm talking about, I should have took a picture of them motherfuckers when they was leaving out the door. I should have recorded.
Wires keep going on.
I should have recorded. Yes, Marie, they really think so. So, actually, now listen though. Boy, head hoe shit all summer. Fuck them kids. Ah. Fuck them kids. What is y'all mad for? Y'all mad because I didn't want my...
Let me tell you something. She got her kids taken away from her. 7 of them. Seven kids was taken out of her custody. And she's bragging about it. We got to talk about this in the black community. We got way too many of these. Way too many of these. I talk about welfare. I don't like it. I don't like welfare. Why don't I like welfare? Granted, welfare is needed and a lot of people need that push. They need that help. Something tragic may have happened. It's hard for us to find jobs because we spend most of our money outside our community, so we can't go down the street and get a job. And so much do we depend on welfare. I'm good with my 1-year-old son. What's up, sister? This sister got 7 kids. 7. And I can't count how many sisters I know like this. I know so many sisters like this. 7 kids. I don't know how many baby daddies she got. However, I know sisters just like this. 7 kids, 7 deadbeat baby daddies. 1 deadbeat baby daddy, maybe. And I give you a mistake when you teenager, early 20s. I give you that mistake. But you're 25, 30, 40, still making horrible mistakes by laying down with losers with no crib car career, and he gone. She gonna be talking to some cat on live. Oh, I'm trying to make another one. She like, boo, you're gonna be a single dad because I'm gone. She's happy. She's even gonna say it. What we already knew. She just wanna smoke and drink. And here's what we're providing for. She good. She got 7 kids. The government gonna plug her. She ain't gonna miss a meal. Look at her. That's why other countries be like, y'all poor? Wait a minute, y'all poor and y'all overweight? How? You ain't missed a meal. How in the fuck you claiming you poor? We ain't in no dire situation. That's why I say I don't F welfare. Let me tell you something. I talk to Africans that come to this fresh to this country and say we had to walk 4 miles for drinking water. How y'all claim y'all poor and y'all ain't missed a meal? Talk to me when you go 2 days without no food. Then we'll discuss on who poor. That's why I say welfare ain't needed. I give y'all crackers and soup. I give you enough to but our poor is she get to wake up every day, smoke a blunt, drink a 40, all the hood come to her crib, as you're going to hear in this video. The whole hood is at her crib. Listen to this.
My kids. Like, them motherfuckers came up out of me. I got a right to want them or get rid of them. And I got rid of them motherfuckers. The fuck? Y'all right. I knew what I was doing the whole time. I motherfucking went live and embarrassed myself on purpose so y'all can call them people so they can come get these ugly ass motherfucking kids. And guess what? It worked. It didn't even take them a whole 3 weeks to come get them motherfuckers. They came and got them. They gone. And I'm happy. Nigga. I'm drinking. I'm smoking. And them kids gone. Fuck them kids. For real. Fuck them.
I'm drinking. I'm smoking. And that's all she happy with. But, and see, this is what everybody's afraid to talk about in the black community. We'll talk about racism. Yes, that's a huge problem. Systemic racism, mass incarceration. Yes. But every one of these killers on the streets comes from where? Huh. Right here. Right there. Every single 97% of the prison system. Right there. High school dropouts, right there. Every negative statistic, name one. Right there. They all share the exact same common denominator, is they come from women like her. They come from households like hers. Those 7 kids, they traumatized. They pissed off. They angry. They had to be taken to the system. They're going to grow up in poverty. And by the time they 8 years old, they're going to be pissed at the world. And by the time they 13, you step on their shoe, they going to blast your ass. And they'll be in jail by the time they 19 years old. All 7 of them. Females will be stripping on the pole. The females will be pregnant at 18. And that same cycle will continue. She won't give a shit because welfare would just pay for that. She won't have to pay for her child's mistake. Welfare will. Welfare will give that child a free house, free food, taxes, a cell phone. Those kids will never have to work. She'll never have to work. She good. She in the crib. She's smoking good. She's drinking good. And those 7 kids will be a statistic. How many go to every poor, effed up black community and you would see a whole community full of those? And those kids will make up those gang members, drug dealers, gang killers, high school dropouts. Let's stop bullshitting ourselves on what the problem is. We understand and we know it. Problem is we scared to call it. A lot of people, down my timeline. What should we do? What should we do? Solutions. I love to talk solutions. We can talk about the problems till we blue in the freaking face. Is to get rid of welfare. A lot of people say, hey, wait, hold up. What, get rid of welfare? Oh, fuck that. No, get rid of welfare. Welfare's a good thing. How can free money be a good thing? Here's how free money could be a good thing. A lot of people gonna unsubscribe. A lot of people gonna back out this video. Because I'm not afraid. I watch black channels, black YouTube channels. Not one of them is gonna tell you what I'm about to tell you. You guys watch my video. Y'all know how I feel about the community I come from. Don't nobody want to see us win more than I do. I want to see us win. But the problem with us is that we are afraid to tell the truth. Where do these kids come from? Her. But how? How do we bring it back to the community? Well, see, a female like her at 17, of course, she came from probably a single parent household because we've created a generational trend. Probably has no father to tell her sister, no, close your legs. No, don't dress like that. No, don't smoke weed at 18. No, don't drink at 17. Probably didn't have a father. So now she goes out there, she's freaking has a child. She don't care because welfare's going to, I asked the sister, 75 plus, watch the Chicago Way documentary, by the way. I asked an African. A lot of people say, oh, culture. Okay, cool. Y'all want to say culture? Let's bring it here to somebody that was brought up before welfare. I asked them, what do you do? They will tell you, hey, I couldn't lay down with anybody. Wasn't no welfare to feed me if that father ran off. So she said, my husband chased me for 2 years. You don't have to chase a sister today for 2 hours before you can get the coochie. You hear me? And there's a Nigerian. On my documentary, if you don't believe me, watch the Chicago Way documentary and ask an African, excuse me, you're from where? What country are you from? You're from Africa. You look African. What country are you from? How do y'all live without welfare, child support? What do y'all do without abortions? And they're going to laugh at you. I got an African I send people to. I be like, hey, I talk to people about this all the time. And I tell people, hey, go ask Lola what they do. I tell people, I send people to Lola. Go ask Lola. Ask Lola what they do in her country without welfare. And people do it. I send people straight to her. Go ask Lola. Lola will laugh in your face because that's the dumbest shit she ever heard. And Lola would tell you, Donald, we don't have welfare in my country. I couldn't just go sleep with some deadbeat. I couldn't. She said I wanted to. The lady in my documentary, she said I'm 75. Motherfuckers was begging for it. The basketball captain wanted it. Boop. This person wanted it. Couldn't give it to him. Wasn't no welfare. Wasn't no abortions. Wasn't no child support to put them on. If I laid down and made an effed up decision, I was done. Anyway. Oh, wait, hold up.
You gonna be a single motherfucking daddy. I'm not having no more fuck. Hashtag fuck them kids. I need everybody to hashtag fuck them kids. Hashtag fuck the. I'm not playing, baby. Andrea, I'm not playing. Girl, how do I get them to come get mine? Girl. My nigga, inbox me. Inbox me. I'll tell you how to get rid of them motherfuckers quick, fast. I will tell you how to get rid of them motherfuckers quick, fast, because they came and got mine.
Do y'all hear somebody is coughing in the background? Coronavirus.
I'll tell you how to get rid of them motherfuckers quick, fast. I will tell you how to get rid of them motherfuckers quick, fast, because they came and got mine. Latrice, you want them to... They coming... How many you got? They need to come... Sharita, you want yours gone too? All right, inbox me. Them motherfuckers good as the...
Notice there's no father to send the kids to. Notice that there is no father to turn these children over to. Why is there no father to turn those kids over to? It's because welfare Clemens Brown. What up, bro? I didn't even know you watched this channel. I got homeboys that watch. I ain't even know. What's up, bro? Good to see you, homie. Anyway, notice that there's no father to turn these children over to. And I'ma tell you why there is no father to turn those children over to. Is because she's a hood chick. She's smoking, drinking, effing mofos from the hood. No crib, car, career. That don't give a damn about her. She didn't give a damn about him. He didn't give a damn about her. She knew she was just freaking mofos. He busting her. He ain't want her anyway. He ain't want no kids by her anyway. She didn't care. Welfare was going to plug her. She wasn't going to miss a meal. So she's sleeping with deadbeats. That's why I tell people, ask somebody that grew up before welfare. They going to tell you they couldn't just do shit like this. They couldn't do shit like this. Look at this.
I have them come get them to my... Shatoria, I'm serious as a motherfucker on a period trying to get fucked. I don't want them kids.
Shatoria. Watch, every name she call on this gonna be Boquisha, LaQuisha, and Victoria.
Shout out to Sex Toys. Y'all go shop with them ASAP. My nigga Francois, he on here. I got me some toys. I get to use my motherfucking toys without them kids.
Wait, did she say Francois? Oh my fucking god. Listen to this.
ASAP. My nigga Francois, he on here. I got me some toys. I get to use my motherfucking toys without them kids trying to bust down my door. Fuck them kids, Lanisha. I'm serious as a heart attack. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. Y'all think I'm... Dog, they don't understand, dog. It's fuck them kids. And whoever think motherfucking shit sweet. And if y'all want to fight, we can fight about it. Fuck them kids.
Tell me somebody in the background coughing like a motherfucker. Now, even if your kids was there, they definitely gonna have that coronavirus. You got hood mofos in your crib during a pandemic.
No, I ain't in St. Louis, but I can be there while you trying to pull up. No, I'm done showing money online. Somebody might try to rob.
Because God forbid you got a job to go to. Forbid you got a job to go to. You don't have a job to go to. It's in the afternoon, daytime, and you ain't got no job to go to. But you ain't missed a meal. Look at her.
I mean, I might have to try to kill somebody. Fuck them kids though.
Hey, yeah, get in
Oh,
the
7
car.
of them gone. Francois. Okay.
Hold on, wait.
Okay. It's spelled different. Larissa, shop and do what? It's a burn on my face. I got spots on my face because it's a grease burn. Hobby, cuz they came and got them bitches, all 7 of them. They gone. You need to chill out cuz the streets is showing on your face. I don't care. Listen, them kids is gone.
She's actually a pretty sister. She is not ugly. She's actually kind of pretty. Look at her. She's very pretty. She is very pretty. But it's hard to even notice it because she's so ugh and disgusting. Personality inside. She's a disgusting person. Somebody. She's a disgusting person.
All 7 of them, they gone. You need to chill out because the streets is showing on your face. I don't care. Listen, them kids is gone. Them kids is gone. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. I ain't giving up. I'm finna live life. Cause period. Them kids gone. I can get fucked up and do hot girl summer shit. Or they took the fucking kids down.
Let me tell you something. Once you have kids, your days of living your best life should be done. Living your best life should be providing for your kids' best life. If you can't live your best life, at least get insurance policy for your children. At least give them a college fund. At least give them a better life that you wasn't able to have. Nobody's willing to have this conversation about the violence that comes out the black community. Because how do you stop the violence? You don't see rich people killing each other. You don't see people with jobs and that got money killing each other. You see poor people killing each other. It's an economic way out of this mess. We can't beg and march our way out this mess. The president, the governor can't do nothing until we get up off our ass and do it ourselves. We the problem. This is the problem. Once you grow up in poverty, trauma to the brain is trauma to the brain. Food can cause it. Poverty, racism can cause all that. Trauma to the brain is trauma to the brain. And by the time you're 15, you're already a killer if you grew up in her household. You see her smoking, you drinking. By 13, you think she going to say something to her kids about smoking and drinking? Not a word. They going to be smoking, drinking.
Oh! Because who got some kids? Because kids where? 7 kids where? Because who got some kids? Because kids.
She's actually pretty. But her disgusting.
Where? 7 kids where? Because who got some kids? Because kids where? 7 kids where? They took them little bitches. They took them.
There's women out there. There was women on that live. Girl, how can I get rid of mine? How can I get rid of mine? How can I get rid of mine? On her live. Trying to figure out, oh, inbox me, girl. I tell you how to get rid of your kids. Because they can't turn them over to the daddies. The daddies ain't shit. Yep. The daddies ain't shit. Solutions. I'll get rid of child support too. A lot of people say, why child support? Wait a minute, you gonna let them off the hook? You gonna let them off the hook? You gonna let that man off the hook? No. Why the fuck you putting them on the hook? Get rid of child supports. Why? Here's the reason why I would get rid of the child support system. Not child support. Every man should pay. But the system. I sat in the courtroom and I watched. I sat in the courtroom listening to stories. If you ever go with somebody to a custody battle or a child support hearing, go. I would encourage the world to go. You can't take cameras in there, of course. But if you go inside there, you're going to hear women. The judge is going to be like, excuse me, ma'am, how come you don't want him to see his kids? I don't know. Ma'am, is there any reason you don't want this guy to see his child? He really wants to see his child. I don't know. I just don't want him to see his child. Ma'am, why? I don't know. What? And then another girl go up there. Okay, man, when was the last time he seen his kid? Oh, yeah. Why don't you want him to see his kid? I don't know. What the fuck am I watching? What the fuck am I watching? These women get off and not let they use these kids as a fucking game. These children are paychecks and games to be played. And the system allows it. And I honestly, in the Chicago Way documentary, there's a portion in there where I tell where did this situation come from. In 1973, they do studies. They did a study on welfare and the effect it had on the black community. Look it up in 1973. Or just watch the Chicago Way documentary. I did the research already. In 1973, they did a research saying it was destroying the black family. 91% of us had two-parent households. We had more two-parent households than whites in the late 50s and the early 60s. When welfare hit, we look at 73 to 91% single-parent households, our problem. Those children will make up the jail population, the juvenile, the dropouts, every single negative statistic. What do we do about it? We need to get rid of welfare. Why do we get rid of welfare? Why do we get rid of welfare? We get rid of welfare because before, yeah, she is a disgrace. Before you lay down, ask a Nigerian. I challenge all you guys watching to ask somebody that comes from no welfare. Ask them, please. Excuse me, you're from Nigeria? You're from Ghana? Excuse me, what? Tell me exactly, what do you guys do without welfare? They're going to laugh at you. You can call in now if you want. They're going to laugh at you and they're going to tell you, look, I couldn't just lay down with anybody. The man that I gave it to had to bring a ring. And ask somebody that's like 75, 80. If you got a great-grandparent or grandparent or somebody a little older, ask them, excuse me, what did you guys do without welfare? I want to know, what do you guys do without child support? Because this day and age is much different than the 50s. What did you guys do? They're going to tell you. Why did most of our parents have two-parent households? They're going to tell you, yo, I couldn't just go sleep with some piece of shit-ass guy that was going to run off. I couldn't. The lady told me, she said, Donald, I was the finest thing walking the earth. Basketball captain was 6'7", he wanted it. Football captain wanted it. But she was like, the dude, it wasn't no welfare. Because if he ran off, and she was like, I suspected he would. She would have, her parents wasn't G'ing for it because they couldn't afford her. She couldn't get on welfare, so her parents would have been on the hook. That's the key. The parents didn't G for it because my grandmother, for instance, she had 4 daughters. My mother couldn't walk out the house with a mini skirt. Fuck, my grandparents wasn't G'ing for it because they would have had to flip that bill. What's going on? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. And yourself?
Thank you, sister. What's going on? Please chime in to this. Please give me some insight.
I'm the one that said you're looking at it straight because what we're looking at today in this world is insane, and everyone is trying to figure out what's going on. So if you look at the statistic of the amount of children that are missing, and most of them are children of melanin, and for her to sit up here and rant and rave how happy she is to get rid of her children, to think about the next phase of their life and what they're going to go through, we don't know the answer. I don't know if you believe in the pedophile stuff and the Pizzagate stuff.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
So, where are her children going to be shipped off to? What are they going to do to her children? Right now, everyone is afraid of this vaccine, and no one wants to get that. We should have her freedom of choice. But she's opening up, well, not opening up, but she's taking that choice away from her children's lives.
Okay.
What if they're going to be tortured?
So what I'm challenging you guys is to think proactionary, meaning how did she even get to the point to where she can have 7 kids without missing a meal? So now what I'm talking about, in the 40s and the 50s, you couldn't have that many kids, because my grandmother, she'd tell you if she needed a tomato, you had to grow that ish and pick it out the, I remember going to my grandmother's house and I had to pick a tomato. Donald, I need a tomato. Go to the backyard, pick a tomato. There wasn't no welfare to go get on. This girl ain't missed a meal. So my thing is, how was she giving 7 kids without having to miss a meal? I would say get rid of welfare, and before she opened her legs, she could be like, damn, I ain't gonna eat. How am I gonna feed this kid if a man run off? So before I lay down and make a kid, I'm not gonna eat. So I ain't gonna lay down. So I tell people, let's think before they lay down. But what we're doing is, oh, you wanna have a kid? We'll give you another $10,000 check a year. Oh, we'll give you an extra $500 a month for food. So now she could be like, oh, I have kids all over the place. And why not? If I could get paid, if they tell me murder was, you'll get a $10,000 check for every murder you do, everybody that step on my toes, I'm blasting them. Pull me over, boom. Judge, whoever, everybody.
Exactly right.
I'm sorry, sister.
You're exactly right. It's sad because, if you think about it, that's not a lot of money. It's not. I mean, it's better for you to get up off of your ASS and get a job and work and take care of your children. And why are you having this many kids in your way? You're not married. No one probably ever got to ask you to marry you or anything. Like,
listen.
Just sitting up here opening up her legs to strangers.
No, but listen. Welfare, they did a study. They are averaging $57,000 a year. That's $57,000. The average.
To whom is that a lot of? To who would that be a lot of money? In my eyes, you're still poor.
But let me tell you something. I got. Matter of fact, I don't want to say that. I think she watched my show. Hey, I had a homegirl who lived in my community. Her bedroom, at the time I was living in an apartment, her bedroom was bigger than my apartment. Her bedroom. She had a $1,400 stipend. She was living way better than I was. Way better than I was. She had a 4-bedroom, beautiful house. She had a deep freezer. She had so much food, she had a deep freezer. And I went over her crib one day. Her 16-year-old daughter wasn't there. I said, yo, where's your child? She was like, oh, at her boyfriend's crib. At her boyfriend. She didn't care that her daughter was probably going to get pregnant by some deadbeat. And she did. I shit you not. I go over there 9 months later. I swear she had a child. But she didn't give a shit because she knew welfare was going to pay for her grandchild. So she didn't care what her daughter did because she wasn't going to flip that bill. So now the grandparents don't give a shit because they know they're not going to flip that bill. But my grandmother knew she was going to have to flip that bill if my mother got pregnant. My father chased my mother for 2 years too. And that's what it was. And that's what it was because there wasn't no welfare. There wasn't no welfare. When there's no welfare and child support, and back then, it's a total different era today. Because it ain't that it's a mentality thing, it's an opportunity thing. If they say, hey, murder is a misdemeanor, by tomorrow it'll literally be the purge. It will be the purge. It ain't a mentality thing, it's an opportunity. They human 40 years ago, they got horny 40 years ago. They wanted to go out and freak 40 years ago, but they didn't because they couldn't.
Right.
They couldn't. They horny in every other country. It ain't a culture thing. It's just that they can't because they won't get a check if they have a child out of wedlock. They won't get free food.
Isn't it like that in China? Don't they have like a rate amount of children that they can't have?
They can only have one child because it's like 1.5 billion in India too. Billion with a B. We only got 372 million people in America. They got They got more than 5 times people, and they smaller than us. India's the size of Texas. Imagine 1.5 billion, 5 times. That's a lot of people. And even there, they don't have children out of wedlock the way we do.
Right. I mean, what we're seeing here is sad. It is like, thinking about having a child and saying, okay, I have welfare, I can depend on this, I don't have to worry about anything. That is so irresponsible in so many ways. And for her to be so happy and so overjoyed, the language that's coming out of her mouth is embarrassing, actually.
All right, so look, check this out, y'all. Check this out, y'all. I want y'all to think about this too. Everybody that's listening. So, in the 40s and the 50s, you had to bring it. You had to be a better man. And so you were challenged to be a better man. Every black person on here can tell me that you know somebody that never had a job. No crib car career, living with different women, living on the streets. Shit you not, they all got 10 and 15 women they could call right now and have sex with and have kids with. Right now. I got a homeboy with people that know me personally. Sometimes people personally know. Well, y'all know we can both name at least 10 people right now standing in front of the liquor store that got like 10 kids. I could drive to the liquor store. I could go live. It's 11 in the morning right now. I could drive in front of the liquor store right now and see at least 10 people, and each one of them cats standing in front of the liquor store got like 10 kids by 10 different baby mamas. That's... Who the hell are you laying with? And how?
Right.
How are these...
Without, the scariness is about without protection, and you guys don't even know each other. Like, this is so irresponsible.
But see, it don't matter.
I think that our community is brainwashed, and we fall into this trap of a pattern that they want us to be in.
Let me tell you something. How do you do? Let me tell you, to destroy somebody, let me tell you, you reward bad behavior. Okay, cool. How do you destroy the family value of those people? Okay, cool. Let's reward the women to get rid of the man. How do we do that? Okay, we're going to offer her child support. Because let me tell you something. Back in the 40s, 50s, when a married couple hated each other, they had to grit it and bear it. Because, goddammit, it was way, just like that money is cheaper to keep her. Oh, it was way cheaper to stay in that relationship. Because moving meant, let me tell you, divorce was hell back then. Now, oh shit, you get child support, welfare, oh, you golden, good, so shit. So now you mess up, we talking 55% of our marriages end up in divorce. Because, and 75% of it is initiated by women, and why? Because they get welfare, they get child support. So you mad at them, you pissed off, you know what, you ain't even gonna try to work it out, you're just gonna leave, fuck it, hey, I'm gone. And guess what? You get a check.
So let me ask you this. Do you really think it's mostly the women that don't want to be around? I mean, that just want to say, okay, I'll just go ahead and get another man. Or is it just the fact that she opened up her leg way too early on some dude that she don't even know? And where's the feeling in that? You know, it's just like a one-hitter quitter, and she gets pregnant. Who wants to say, okay, I want to work it out when it wasn't nothing to begin with? Right. So, do you think that is the scenario as well? Because most men, if you got to really spend time, I can really get deep down into all this, but just to have sex is so easy. But to develop feelings is getting to know someone. So that sparks up a relationship. So who wants to be with someone for a one-night stand, and 9 times out of 10, they really don't work. She gets pregnant, and the guy is going. So I kind of see it a different way. She wants to probably work it out with the guy, and he's on to the next. So she has no choice but to be on to the next, because it's taught to not value, especially black women. That's the way I see it. We have no value, but we really do. But that's what the world tells everyone.
So you know what? I want to talk about this too. The sparkling one. What's up, sister? She says many black men are financially oppressed. That's beginning to be a bigger problem than we ever seen. Y'all pay attention to this.
Yes.
It's a lot of women getting jobs before the men. It's a lot. That's a problem. Reason. Because a lot of men are not able to provide anymore. A lot of men, let me tell you something. How do you divide and conquer? You take the man's ability to provide for his family. So now our men are not able to provide for their families. So now the women got the jobs. So now the man is living off the woman now. It's a lot of that going on.
Being targeted to be locked up, to do the wrong thing. The music is telling people, F that B, 99 problems and a B ain't one. And, you know, it's so easy. Like, I know right now, for you're a nice looking guy. You can get anybody you want.
There you go. See, I like her. You are all right, sister. Thank you. You know what? You are all right.
You can have 20 women. Like, you can go down the street and crack on any woman and then on to the next. And I bet you'll come up with numbers all over the place. You know, it wouldn't be hard because you are valued. There's not too many of you around. So I really seriously think that these men know that they can have whoever they want, mostly, especially black men. They have choices, and it was said in our history that black men were going to be the ones to be able to have his pickings, not just with black women, but he was going to be wanted by most. So you guys, y'all have, especially you're educated, you know, you're nice looking, you probably have family values, you probably have respect for yourself.
All right, hold on, sister, hold on. Hold on, sister, but good point. Now, every female on this live, now, y'all could, let's drop the public. Let's pretend we are talking privately. Now, I got a lot of homegirls. I even got social media. It ain't about a good man no more. Family values, that's the last thing a female want. Good father, that's the last thing a female want. A good guy, that's the... Here's what I'm about to say. Good guy, what's the first thing of Shy Jones? Sister, help me out. Or any sister on here. What's today's 2020 first priority in a man? Pretend I don't have social media. I got social media. Is it a good father? Is it good sex? Or is it a good person? What's priority number one, Shy Jones or anybody? What's priority number one for a woman today, 2020?
To me, for a woman?
In 2020.
Priority for a woman?
A young sister today in 2020.
They just seem like they hungry just to have somebody there to me. Like, they desperate to say they have a warm body next to them instead of really wanting the things that my grandfather or my father or my great-grandfather taught me to want from a man.
Sister,
that's out the door.
All right, so look, a sister...
They taking and grabbing what they can.
A sister like that, now the girl right there, ugly as a personality. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Simone Lewis, thank you. Well, all right. Now, sister like that is not pretty. She could get a good guy with an education, with a crib car career. She could, but she wouldn't want it. Her priority would be sex first, right away. Sex. No crib car career. She doesn't need somebody's crib car career because welfare would.
You're right.
Welfare would women look at him like, okay, you got a crib car career, so what? I eat good every day. I got a Section 8 crib. You know what I'm saying? But who wouldn't, like a lot of people say, oh, they still poor. They ain't poor. She ain't work. Imagine being able to wake up every day, smoke a blunt, drink, kick it, and have fun every day. I would rather do that. I go to fucking work all fucking day. Who wants to do that? Who wants to go to work and stress and deal with all that stress when you could just sit at the crib and smoke a blunt, drink, and kick it? I would much rather do that. That's the life. That's the best life I've ever seen. What? People be like, oh, but welfare, they still poor. No, they're not poor. They're making at least $57,000 a year. And shit, they can smoke and party every day. Who doesn't want that? That's the dream life in America. Foreigners looking at us like, you're overweight. You haven't missed a meal. You saying you're poor? I mean, My homie Lola.
I think women are doing pretty well. Even if
They're fucking doing great.
you do want to choose to have a bunch of kids to be on welfare, or if you're out here working or in school, black women or women, not just black women today, are doing so much more. But I don't know. And you can ask the people in the chat, like, is it me, or do it seem like when we meet men, they running us down like how we would run them down? Like, I'm 46, so it was different when I was coming up. Men was chasing us. We wasn't chasing them. So we was trying to figure out where his income is, or what he had going on. Did he have a job? What his future was going to be like? Is he husband material? These are the things that I always ask when I meet somebody, but it's not like that now. It's like the men are looking for a woman to have everything. What kind of car she drives? What kind of house she has? It's like the roles switch. Is it just me, or
the roles?
That's really happening?
So you know what, and to the men, it's very much harder now for men to get the job. A lot of the women are getting the better jobs today, and it's taking the man out of. It takes the respect out of the household. It takes the dignity. It takes the manhood out the community. So, you know what I'm saying? So now the woman is looking at him like, "Well, I make more money than you. Well, get the hell out. You ain't did nothing. You ain't contributed nothing to me." And she can leave. She can leave easily because she doesn't need him. Like, that's why we have so many. That's why I'm against the child support system. Now, what do you do without the child support system? For one, before you lay down, you try to make sure, is this guy going to be here forever? Every union is a forever. It ain't just a one night stand. It ain't just having some damn random sex like we do so much here in this country. So now when you take...
Getting your point.
So now when you get rid of the child support system, you're like, wait a minute, wait. You got a crib car career. Are you going to come with a ring? Because ain't no child support. If you run up, I'm screwed. So you ain't getting no coochie. You ain't getting none because you may fuck around and leave. So I can't give you none. That's proactionary. That's not reactionary. A lot of people are like, Donald, you're going to put them off the hook. You don't get them off the hook. You don't let them off the hook. No. Why the fuck are you putting them on the hook? You know that motherfucker had no job. I could go down to the liquor store right now. One of my homeboys that probably standing out there, he like 6'7". He ain't never had a crib car career. Got 10 kids he never took care of. But that motherfucker got 10 women. And he finna go get him some liquor as soon as that liquor store open. And he finna go over another badass sister crib like her. And he finna freak good. He finna eat good. And he finna drink and smoke good. While the rest of us go to work and struggle. He living the life. And she's living the life. So what do you do without child support? Ask anybody that's 75.
You make things work because you need to depend on that other income to...
Bingo!
It makes people get up off their A-double-S and do what the S they gotta do. Stop playing around. Let's see what we doing here.
Then now you just brought back a good man versus good sex. Now you brought back, you gotta have a good man. It ain't an option no more. So now you created, okay, cool. Now you created a situation to where now you have to have a good man. Not that you want a good man, you have to, is the key word, is have to have a good man. And then what happens when you got a good father and a good mother? What happens to that child? That child grows up to be a Harvard graduate. But what happens when you got a horrible mother, then a horrible non-existent father? You come up with these stats, these killers you see on the streets, and it's a no-ending cycle. Now we got more of those than we got more good sisters. Now we got more bad brothers than we do good brothers. And now this is how and where the horrible cycle was created and how it was created. That's why we got so much violence on our streets.
And you know what?
All summed up.
Guys, a perfect example of what you're saying is that show Shameless. I don't know if how many people saw it, watched it. That was like one of the shows I watched from beginning to end. And they depend on scams and living off.
Oh, yeah. I watched.
That's what they did to survive. Those children were pretty much like child adults. And they had to take care of each other. And that is a prime example of what you're saying. Everybody was stagnated. Nobody had anything together. They were living off the them. and just trying to make it, barely making it, and not even responsibly thinking about things before they even made their moves. You know, so exactly what you're saying is 100% is what, and to me this is what I call predictive programming. What we see on TV, what we hear in the news, and what we hear in our music, we just going off of that and living off of those values instead of the true values that was taught.
So the projects, it wasn't, that name wasn't given to the welfare and the Section 8 because of the buildings. It literally was a real project. They wanted to say, okay, cool, if we took the father out of the black household, what would happen? Let's do a project. And they've created a project to where, let's see if we minus the man and let the black community be raised off of a single mother. Let's see. Let's step back. Let's create this project. Okay, woman, as long as he gone, we going to pay y'all more money. Let's see what happens. Let's step back. And it was disaster. It was a case study. And it worked so great, they quadrupled welfare. They quadrupled welfare in 1973. Watch the Chicago Way documentary. They quadrupled
Chicago Way?
The Chicago Way documentary. That's my documentary. I did that.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna watch.
Every black person on this live can vouch that they got at least 5 to 10 friends. I know people that got 6, 7 different baby daddies, and every single one of them are deadbeats. But nobody has missed a meal. So now, what happens when you take away all those incentives to have kids, and you gotta starve for 3 and 4 days without eating? You think you're gonna have another kid with a deadbeat dad? Hell no! Next mofo you lay down with gonna
be throwing on you put on your condom, 2 condoms, and I put on my woman condom. We gonna be triple protected.
Goddamn right, and you ain't gonna lay down with no deadbeat. Cause wait a minute, I'm gonna miss a meal if your ass run off. F no. And see, this is what I'm saying. The solution is get rid of welfare, get rid of child support. Why? Because before a young lady lays it down, she gonna be like, whoa, wait a minute, I may fuck around and starve to death because I ain't gonna be able to pay for this kid if your ass leave. Motherfucker, you better bring a ring. Oh, and you gonna have a long ass time before you get this. So I asked women, I'm telling you, 75 plus, what did y'all do? They be like, oh fuck no, I wasn't laying down. Wasn't no goddamn laying down. If your motherfucking ass left, I was screwed. So, and then the parents didn't allow it. Nowadays, you go outside, you see kids butt naked. Damn near. Booty shorts.
I know, wearing nothing on at the
because
it's like they don't have on no clothes.
Because the reason why you see so many children outside damn near butt naked is because the parents don't care if their child go out there and get pregnant. Because the parents don't have to flip that bill when that deadbeat dad run off. Welfare would pick that kid up. So they're like, my homegirl's like, oh yeah, she got pregnant. So what? Her daughter got Section 8 crib, got free food. She was golden. She didn't see no consequences behind her daughter getting pregnant. But back in the day, my grandmother wasn't cheering for it. What? Where do you wear? Get your motherfucking ass in the house, put some goddamn clothes on. I'm not about to pay for no motherfucking kid when that motherfucker put some goddamn clothes on. You ain't walking in my motherfucking house pregnant. Fuck out of it. No, I gotta flip that fucking bill.
She getting checked from the door, like, you know?
Just like, and let me tell you something,
My mom used to be like, oh, you know, like my mom and my aunt, you know, used to, you know, say, you sitting on millions.
So,
you know, a woman don't know.
So,
you know, close your legs and think first. You know, but depending on the system, yeah, they make it so easy to just go ahead and say, oh, I'm pregnant again. And on top of it, a different father. Come on.
Let me tell you something.
You got all these different DNAs running around. You know, you don't even know who the father is half the time because you're sleeping around so much. This whole thing is disgusting.
So people that work, Medicare is through the roof. But Medicaid, they get free everything. You go to the doctor, you go to the dentist, you get free everything. They make more than $57,000 a year they worth. I mean, that's like 2-3 kids you get in incentives. Like more kids, you get even more incentives. Free lunch at school. People that work got to pay for lunch. But people You know what I'm saying? It's more designed for the poor to stay poor. You get financial aid. It's way more incentives to do nothing than to actually do something. It's way more incentives to make a horrible choice than to make a good choice. So what they've done is initialized bad behavior and welcomed it. So what we need to do is get rid of it. I know getting free money is great, and everybody's like, fuck that, I'm not getting rid of my free money. But it's destroying our communities. It's destroying our communities. But we so scared to talk about it.
Don't you think it limits us on top of it? Like, I know in your head you're thinking like, okay, to me, I still can't mathematically add it up to, that's just living okay in my eyes. That's not living the dream. That's not being able to take your children on trips and teach them about the world and let them see as much of the world as you can instead of just your neighborhood or instead of just your front steps. You can actually teach your kids by showing. So to me, it's still a failing system that was made and generate. It was made for us to fail. It was never made for us to make it because the average person is thinking in their head that you get a great deal of money being on welfare, but and to me, I guess because I was always hard working.
Well, listen to this.
It's penny.
See, now listen to this. Now, none of them are going to claim, oh, I meant to do that. But with welfare centers, yes, you're going to have all the unprotected sex by all the... Listen, yeah, a lot of them do it on purpose, but they're going to claim, oh, I didn't do it on purpose because they was just having unprotected sex with all the hood cats in the hood. So they may say, I didn't mean to do that, but you didn't also try not to do that. So all of them going to say, oh, I wouldn't rather be poor, but you're not going to do anything to do anything. So if you ask any of them, they're going to say, no, I didn't mean to. I didn't try to live like this. It was a mistake, but you just had sex with the hood mofo. But all right, so the purpose I was getting at in this video is that 4 children were killed in Chicago this weekend. Yesterday, a 1-year-old was gunned down. Oh, this morning.
You know that one of those 4
children, I'm sorry.
This simple child, one of her kids, that she just was so happy to be rid of.
Yeah. That 1-year-old child today, 10-year-old girl was killed today.
What?
10-year-old girl was killed today here in Chicago. Or was it last night?
Oh my God.
And a 1-year-old, a 13-year-old, and I forget what it was. Anyway, 4 children killed this weekend. Alright?
What was the nationality, man?
Yeah, right. Really? You really need to know it's us? You really don't sound like us? Do we have to ask that?
I have to try to be fair, I don't want to seem like...
Is that not a given? Do you think they chilly too?
This is the point I was trying to make too. Like, it's scary. Even if you want to be rid of your kids so bad, just the things that they're going to go through now that they're out of your house and not under your care. Just to think about, to me, it's horrible.
Well, look at this. You can't teach. You can't miss what you never had. So my point was this: is that everybody's scrambling. What's going on? What's the problem? I'm like, how can you even raise your kids in that hood when it's probably a stray bullet gonna come in your house and kill your child? So anybody that still have kids on the west side and the south side, I'm like, how? I would rather live homeless. I wouldn't raise a freaking dog in some of these communities. How do y'all still? Why don't y'all pack up y'all ish? I don't give a fuck if y'all gotta catch the bus to another community. And I would rather live homeless. I would live in Tent City in California. It's hot. You can grab a tent and shit. You can beg for money. You can get 3 meals a day. Go to the homeless shelter. But it's better than living them in a war zone. Why would you leave your kids?
That's what I was about to say. It's like a war zone out there right now, isn't it?
Why would you leave your kids in this? And then let's say you got a 14, 15. I talk to sisters. One matter of fact, there was a sister that was telling me her nephew got killed. And she was like, yeah, my daughter was seeing a dead body yesterday. I said, oh my God, why do you still live in that community? Her daughter was looked at a dead body the other day. And I'm like, why do you let your daughter outside? As a matter of fact, the 12-year-old girl that got killed this weekend, Father's Day weekend, the 12-year-old girl got killed. She was outside at 1:25 a.m. I repeat, it was.
What is she doing outside at that hour?
Her parents.
We are so lost. We are so lost.
We are
so lost.
But we are so lost because now, let me tell you something. It's being passed down. If you got 2 good people out of 10, and those 8 bad people procreate with 8 other bad people, now you got 16 bad. So, you know what I'm saying? So now when you got bad mixing with bad and then making worse, then you got worse mixing with worse and making worse, then the good is coming from here. So now out of our communities, we got this many good, and the bad is growing. So now you got bad mixing with bad, mixing with worse, and worse than that. And we got generation and worse. So now we got 10 times more worse than we do good brothers and sisters in the hood, because they all come from families like that. She got 7 killers she's going to be raising.
And it's like nowhere else.
Oh, sister, hold on, sister. I think my live feed dropped. All right, sister, I got to get out of here, y'all, anyway. I've been on here. I got to get going.
Okay, well, it was nice talking to you, and to all the sisters out there, we know what time it is, and we got to wake up.
We got a long way to go.
Thank you for taking my call. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for calling. I really appreciate you. It's not that easy to just pick up and leave. Gina, am I still live? Did my live feed drop? And Gina, matter of fact, I'm about to come to your crib. Anyway, it ain't that easy to pick up and leave. But my thing is this. Why would you be laying down with a motherfucker that ain't got a first and last month's rent? Please explain to me why. Any sister that lay down with a motherfucker that ain't got a first and last month rent, something wrong with y'all. I can't understand it. How in the fuck are you screwing a motherfucker that can't even afford to give you first month, last month rent on an apartment outside the fucking Inglewood or Austin? Who does that? You laying down with a motherfucker that don't even have a down payment on an apartment for your fucking kids to be safe. Explain that to me. Anybody. It showed my live feed dropped. Am I still live? I don't know. If I'm live, y'all, let me know. Because it showed that it dropped. And that I'm talking to myself. Not there's anything wrong with talking to myself. I talk to myself often. Maybe more than I like. But I talk to myself. Oh, okay, y'all say okay, I am still live. Anyway, sisters, I don't mean any disrespect, but it's just honest from my opinion. You know what I'm saying? From what I'm seeing. I got a lot of female homegirls. And one of my closest female homegirls on this live as we speak. One of my closest female homegirls is on this live as we speak. That's Gina. My homegirl Gina Richard. That's her. She can vouch. We have this conversation. In fact, I'm finna go over her crib and have this conversation as we speak. She better have some motherfucking Coronas in her refrigerator. Because I'm headed over there in the next 10 minutes. I'm about to throw my clothes on, and we about to go kick it. Anyway, y'all, Gina, you better have some Coronas in your motherfucking refrigerator. I ain't playing. And if you don't, you better go to the... probably just take care of the time out. No men. I know that's what y'all do. Something wrong. I'm gonna pray for my sisters. Y'all don't know no better. You better have some Coronas in your fridge. God damn it. Anyway, y'all, let me get out of here. This is my motto here.
How long are you going to cry and blame your oppressor before you get up off your knees and do it your goddamn self?
Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. Y'all think I'm dog. They don't understand, dog. It's fuck them kids. And whoever think motherfucking shit sweet. And if y'all want to fight, we can fight about it. Fuck them kids.